Yo, so today is another day where we bring an interesting deck that people really undervalue to locals and go undefeated with it. So today we're going to be discussing my Ceresmon Green Road. Alright guys, you guys know how it is. We're going to do the games first, then we'll do the deck profile right after these games. I tried to get like around 15-ish minutes of games here. We got 3 games to play today. Actually, there's like kind of 4, which you'll see at the last game, which is kind of crazy. But right now we have a very strange match. I believe this is Rest Tyrannomon, and I chose to, this is the second game I believe. I know it's Rest Tyrannomon because we played game 1. Game 1 was really awkward because I had to lead with a Cherrymon, but we still managed to win that game, so it was okay because we went undefeated. Crazy. It's crazy how we went undefeated with this deck, dude. I love it. I'm very excited. Anyways, he's going to go ahead and evolve up to a Tyrannomon, go ahead and search, and whiff. He does have... Oh, I have a Blossomon on the board now, which is good too. So that can easily become anything we need to help control the board. Whether that is Gargomon, a Ceresmon plus like a Flower Cannon or something like that. Regardless, I definitely want to try to get rid of this Dino Beamon. I don't want this dude on the board. So we're going to go ahead and evolve in the Gargomon here just to rest it, keep it stunned, and go from there. I don't want to deal with any Tyrannomon shenanigans at all. So we're trying to get rid of all his level 5s before they evolve into level 6s. While keeping him at a really low memory count, because until he has something like a Mimi on board, there shouldn't be a problem. But here I have to decide, do I want to get +1 security or do I want to attack the level 5? And I'm pretty sure I'm just going to attack level 5 here because like I mentioned earlier, don't want to deal with any Tyrannomon shenanigans here. We're going to go ahead and play down Mimi here. Go down 3. 3 is not a big deal. I don't think he can do too much with 3. He's not playing any download fodder, so it's not like he can do the most. He's going to keep his Tentomon in there just to play Palmon, grab something off his Palmon, and evolve into Tyrannomon for only 1 because of the his tamer, but I have Mimi, so I go up to 3 anyways. So here we're going to, what I want to do is attack him for security attack +1. So if I have a Flower Cannon, that could be nice, but if I don't have it, then I don't have it. We do have the memory, which is nice, but oh, we do have the Flower Cannon. Great. So now we're going to attack his security for +1. Just to kind of clean up, like beat him a little bit faster, beat over him with Vegemon, and boom, that was a really good turn for us. We evolved for 1. There we go. Excellent turn. I found that in this build that I made, it's been really consistent today. My only problem is that I occasionally have those hands where I don't have rookies. My opening hands, I should say, which is kind of a problem when you're playing green. But luckily, I managed to play around it. The Vegemon is actually a godsend for this deck because it's only a 4 cost to play. So it's actually been really useful for just hard playing the Vegemon. I'm going to go ahead and hatch another egg with Mimi. Puppamon's on the board. We can actually kill it if we get a Ceresmon combo going. So that's what we're going to try to do here. Once again, I don't want his Digimon on the board. Even though at this point it doesn't really matter too much because I still have all my security. We can easily make it work. Let's see. We can evolve into that, download, get a free evolution. Then we can hard evolve into Ceresmon if we want to, but we're going to go ahead. It looks like I don't have it. I'm going to hard drop the Argomon level 4 and just evolve into Ceresmon rested. Give my opponent just 1 memory. So after all that, we have like a full board. We actually have game next turn as long as he doesn't have another Puppamon, plus a full board. So like we're pretty good. So he's going to swing Puppamon at security, interestingly enough. Die, which is unfortunate for my opponent. I'm surprised he hit for my security. He could have hit one of my Digimon. Especially since he does have another Puppamon, he could do a little bit more board control. But I guess knowing that he's going to give me so much memory, it doesn't really matter too much. And then I can rest Mimi again and hatch another egg. Boom, bam. Early Mimi is just so broken, dude. Early Mimi will forever be broken. I'm going to go ahead and rest that Puppamon. If we can evolve up again, we are good. Just evolve for 5 this time because, once again, we do want to attack with this guy. I have no rested Digimon on the board. Hit over his Puppamon and just play some more guys, I guess. Oh, it comes out suspended because I was playing Argomon. That's right. Okay, we're going to go and evolve into Blossomon for 3 and evolve into this guy for 2. Giving my opponent, once again, 1 memory. This deck is the king at giving your opponent 1 memory. It's very much appreciated. But yeah, look at our board. There's too many guys. There's absolutely 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dudes on the board. Maybe 8 if we get Mimi to activate. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do a bunch of security. Gain a lot of memory because of the Argomon. Just attack, and I think he just forfeits here because he knows. The only thing that I'm surprised he forfeited though, I'm guessing he doesn't play Flower Cannon because like If he did find Fire Cannon, he doesn't lose. He can still win. Assuming I don't have any Cherrymon in hand, but it's okay. I mean, like, we had 8 Digimon, and he still had to take, like, 4 security. I think we were in a really good spot there. I'm not too worried about it. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next game right here. Alrighty. So, oh, I thought I cut this part out, but I guess I did not. Okay, so in this matchup, we're going to be playing against, what was it called? Imperialdramon Blue. This was actually a really close matchup. One of the games, I don't think this is the game that we're playing, but one of the games I barely managed to win with a bunch of Stingmon victory. But this is going to be, I believe this is game 2. I don't believe it's that first game. Oh, my computer's getting loud now. Alright, let's go ahead and hop in. I thought, man, this is annoying. I try to cut out all the pre-game stuff before I start recording the audio, but let's go ahead and go on to this game. We're going first, luckily. We did have a rookie, which is good news. Sometimes it just doesn't happen. And we'll just give my opponent 1 memory and move on from there. Alright, my opponent has his own level 1 guy and gives us 2 memory to work with, which is, you know, once again, not too bad for us to deal with. We can deal with that. No worries. No problems. No concerns. We download into this guy because I figure if I give him a low enough memory, he's not going to be able to respond anyways. So yeah, we give him 1 memory. Even if he has like a bunch, he needs a bunch of Hammer Sparks, right? He needs like at least 3. No, he needs at least 2. He needs 2 Hammer Sparks just to respond on this Blossomon. I figured that if he does it, he's at least wasting 2 Hammer Sparks, so we're good to go there. Because the only Digimon that he has that could beat over this is, I'm sure he only plays 2 different level 5s, being Imperialdramon and Imperialdramon. We're going to go ahead and attack over the level 5 once again, because we don't want Imperialdramon to hit the floor so that he can get a bunch of swings in. Do not trust it. Cannot trust it. I'm going to go and evolve here, and really want to try to put him at a low memory count, so yeah, we'll go ahead and put him at 2. Unfortunately, we couldn't put him at 1, but 2 is fine. He's not going to be able to respond on the Ceresmon very easily, so we'll be okay. And at this point, we have a Ceresmon on board, and he has nothing on the board that can respond my Ceresmon, so now it's all about resting my opponent, trying to get him off the game. We'll go ahead and rest this guy with Blossomon, so that we can hit over it, and then from here, I think we just start swinging, right? Like, we have 2 level 5s on board, so even if the Ceresmon does get destroyed, we can just evolve into another one. No big deal there. We do only have 1 memory. I could just evolve into Ceresmon, but I'm going to play down Vegemon. I don't think I have Ceresmon in hand, actually. So unfortunately, we're giving my opponent 3 memory. It looks like my hand was pretty rough here. I remember that there were definitely games where I just did not have rookies, and I believe this is one of those games where I just could not find a rookie. So from here on out, we're just rocking with level 4s and higher, which is fine, because once again, Vegemon is a king. It's actually super good in green. I'm gonna go and attack. There's a Ceresmon gone. But yeah, we don't have game on board quite yet, but we're really close. We just want to control his board a little bit more so he doesn't do any more XVmon shenanigans that could win him the game. So that's what we're gonna try to do here. I guess we're gonna start with a swing here. Imperialdramon. Luckily, we have Agumon underneath, so we're still stronger. Do we have any Argomons that we can play with? Or any Blossomons, I should say. No, but we can stun. Stunning is good. That means he can't attack with this guy as easily. He could still like unsuspend it using XVmon, but he won't be able to win the game with those plays. So we'll be okay. So yeah, this is good. This is good. This is excellent for us. Yeah, because like he could have technically won if he attacked with both of his Digimon. They both survived, and yeah, they both had to survive. He evolved into XVmon, attack again. I guess no, he couldn't have won that way either because that would be only 3 attacks. Yeah, that would be 3 attacks. I guess if he managed to evolve all the way up into Imperialdramon, he could have won. He could have had enough memory for Imperialdramon. Attack, unsuspend, and then attack, unsuspend again. Yeah, I guess he could win if he managed to evolve into Imperialdramon. So I'm glad that we stunned him the first time at least. It reduces the attack out at least by 1. But here we're just going to go ahead and... it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm attacking his security here because I want to force him to block me, so that way he has no Digimon on the board. Yeah, because I have security attack +1 here. So either he blocks me or he loses. Unless he finds like a bunch of Hammer Sparks. Yeah, so here we're just going to... See, I think I should have swung... Yeah, okay. I think I should have just swung with Blossomon instead. Maybe I was worried about getting revenged, but I think just swinging with Blossomon and then hitting security was probably better. I guess there's a concern of losing my Ceresmon because I don't have another one, which is a valid concern because once again, against Imperialdramon, at any second they could evolve up into Imperialdramon and start swinging like crazy. So it is a relatively valid concern to lose my Ceresmon because I want to be able to rest him where I can. But I think we're okay for now. He does get another blocker, but I think this is where I have, another download fodder, and then I just attack security for game here. Yep, and that's game 2. All right, and then this is the final game that we're going to play today. This is actually the very last round of the tournament. We're both 5-0 at this point. So, here, I decided to give you guys the whole series because, to be honest, this series is really like, you know, if you have it, you have it kind of series. We evolve into Ceresmon here. So let me tell you about this play. He plays on Lavagritamon. That tells me he does not have removal. So I kind of decide if he doesn't have removal, I'm just gonna go for it. I evolve into the big guy here, hoping that there's no removal around, and then we're gonna go ahead and get security attack +1. And at this point, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and play down my rookies. If he doesn't have the removal that I think he doesn't have, then I'm just good. Like, the most he can have here is Volcanicdramon, but if he plays Volcanicdramon, I have enough cards in my hand to deal with the repercussions. But here, like, at this point, I'm just like, you know what? My hand is good enough to where even if I die and don't win here, I can still move on, and I just had it. So I was like, all right, I have 4 attacks, GG's, boom, 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 and we won. No Gaia Force and security. We're good to go there. So yeah, it is one of those games where, like, if you sometimes it's not always good to go for it because obviously you can get revenged or you can get punished, and I just decided, you know what, my hand is good enough. Even if I get punished, I think we can come back from this. I have enough memory anyways. Boom, let's go for it. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. So we managed to win that game somehow. Anyways, we're going on to game 2 here. We got a full board. I was really worried about Volcanicdramon here, but once again, my hand had good enough cards at higher levels to where even if he played down Volcanicdramon, I was able to recover. That's why I decided to play down all of those rookies. Even though Volcanicdramon would have been a huge punish because it would have just cleared my board. I had enough level 4s and higher that were easy enough to play, like Digimon and whatnot, that were easy enough to play to where I wouldn't be punished because I'd be slapping down some higher level guys regardless. But here is very strong. We managed to somehow, with very little memory, don't really know how many memory I had, but not a lot, we somehow managed to get a full board with a level 4, 5, and 6, and including one of them being Ceresmon. So now we're just gonna go ahead and download fodder one of my opponent's dudes and start swinging again. Kill that guy. Biomon only works during his turn, so he won't get any memory gains from that. We'll go ahead. We have 2 Ceresmon down. I'm not really afraid of hitting security at this point. And here we'll just evolve into a blocker in case he somehow wants to attack one of my Ceresmons. So here we're in a pretty good position. We have 2 Ceresmons down and a level 5 and a level 4 coming out of breeding. So we're in a really good spot. He's going to go ahead and Gaia Force. Actually, the Ceresmon, because the Ceresmons are already on board. He told me that because they're both on board already, it doesn't really matter. At least stop Megagargomon or Bancho Stingmon from ruining his day later. But yeah, at this point, I'm pretty comfortable swinging with these Ceresmons because I have 2 of them. So, like, worst case scenario, one of them goes away. I don't really care. Gonna go ahead and evolve into Veggie and play down Mimi and give my opponent 3. And from here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 with a Mimi down, so most likely 5 Digimon next turn. And he told me that he had most of his Gaia Forces in the hand, so he wasn't really expecting Gaia Force to win the game. And that's just the whole game. Like, we won that game was over in like 10 minutes, the best of 3. So it is what it is. Sometimes you have it, but now that's all done, let's go ahead and go into the deck profile. I'm really excited about this one. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and hop right into the deck profile. My screen's over here, so I'm going to look down. So, be ready for that. Anyways, Cerescreen, I was really excited about it, so let me explain my reasoning behind playing Cerescreen. One, I haven't played a green deck since Japanese format, ever since the HPD format, ever since Hidden Potential Discovered and Agumon got hit. I just had no interest in playing green. But lately I've just been kind of running through decks because 1.5 is kind of getting stale to me. I'm sorry, it just is. And I'm waiting for the next format. So I was like, okay, what decks have I not played yet? We'll just play them in locals. I have experience with playing pretty much every deck. So I'm not too worried about how well I'm going to do. I'm just worried about, actually playing. And I was like, you know what? I feel like green has a lot more value than people give it. because obviously there's stuff like security control, there's Mega Zoo, but my idea is that, like, sure, like, you have, my idea is that there's enough low-cost Digimon in this deck to where when you play against those decks that give you lots of memory, you can pretty much play a good amount of cards with. Also, the control aspect is really good versus a lot of decks, and once again, download is just broken, right? Like, you can obviously play some really crazy combos with download. I'm gonna try to move the mic away from the computer. So I figured let's just give it a shot. So that's what we did, and this is what I came up with. And also, I'm going to talk about a different style of this deck that you could build later that I personally want to try in the future. But yeah. Okay. 3 Minimon, the power increase is really nice, being able to, if you attack opponent's Digimon, get 1000 DP. Really good for board control, specifically so that you can overpower with your level 5s and 4s instead of your level 6s. Your level 6s can usually overpower a lot of people because you have a lot of power increasers in this deck. This is mostly so that your level 4s and 5s can overpower some Digimon, and occasionally even level 3s too. So that's good. And then Argomon. Argomon actually puts in a lot of work, and I want to play a deck that focuses on using Argomon and Megagargomon. What's that guy's name? Dude, I'm so bad at Digimon names today. Megagargomon. Megagargomon, right? That's how you say it. That's how you say it. We're good. Megagargomon, yeah. I said Megagargomon, but that's a different Digimon. Because the memory gain is actually pretty consistent if you're strong. So if you combine this with download fodder and becoming a strong Digimon, then they usually won't be able to, unless they remove you somehow, they won't be able to attack over your guy, which means you get the guaranteed memory increase. And the guaranteed memory increase is good if you're going to evolve into Megagargomon and also attack security that turn. So I want to try something with 4 of these, but for the time being, this is definitely the count I would do for this deck in particular. So that's going to be the X. Let's go ahead and go over the rookies. Probably some of the most important part of green decks are the rookies and the rookie count. And unfortunately with my build, I only have, I believe 15 rookies. I might have more. I'm actually not too sure. I don't remember. But of course you have to play the 4/4 rookie count, the 4/4 vanilla count, I should say. It helps with memory control. It helps with bodies on board. It helps with download fodder. Does all the good stuff. You want to play 8 of these. Guaranteed. Also, the rookies in green are actually not super amazing. Obviously, I'm playing like the best one, which is for Agumon, which is good. Power increase is always good, but like other than that, the rookies in green are not super good. You have Terriermon, which is like a good meta call against some decks. I know a lot of people like playing Ragna. I know a lot of people like to play Shine. These are good versus those decks, so they can't get that memory gain as easily. So I play 2 of these, and I play one Palmon. That's simply for the consistency boost to get you a level 4 in your hand. This could go, honestly, you can get away with just these guys, but you really want a lot of rookies in your deck so that you can constantly spam the board. This is 15 right here. Usually, like, green decks play 16, but I really wanted to play extra flower cannons in my build, so I had to cut down the rookie count. I feel like flower cannon is super important when it comes to green. I really undervalued it, but originally I really undervalued it in green because I'm so used to how good Ceresmon was beforehand that you didn't really need flower cannon. But now that Ceresmon is a little bit nerfed because of the hits, you really need those flower cannons to keep yourself in the game. So that's what we're doing. Speaking of flower cannons, we do have 4 Argomon here. I'm just going with the full 4 count. Downloading is so important in this deck. Obviously, with Ceresmon, you can download your opponent's Digimon, which is essentially a flower cannon all the time. So I really, really value having 4 of these guys. You could obviously play it at a 3 count if you don't want 4 of these. I'm actually choosing not to play a blocker in my level 4s because my blockers are on my level 5s, which is good enough for me. But obviously, if you don't like having a high count of them, because they are 2 costs to evolve, 6 to play, so their stats are not very good. But it's just the download, which is really good because you can easily evolve up into a Ceresmon in this deck, which is why I appreciate it. Of course, this card, I think in every green deck, you're kind of forced to play 4 Vegemon, especially in this format. 1, it's 6,000 power, so it does get around cards like Ultra S, which is great. It is 4 to play, which means that if you have a lot of memory, or if you just don't have a rookie, it's really easy to hard play this. And it's 1 to evolve, so it's really easy to just play this card as well. So this card has so much value in the game when it comes to green. I really just think it's mandatory to play 4 at this point. There's a lot of 1 cost to evolve Digimon. You have Stingmon that gains you memory. That feels completely unnecessary in green, that memory gain. You don't really need a lot of memory in green, so the memory gain feels pointless. You obviously have Gargomon and Kabuterimon, which both gain you power. That's better. I feel like the power gain actually does matter because once again, you do want to beat over Digimon. That's why I'm playing for Kabuterimon, but no Gargomon. Gargomon, once again, 2 weak DP. It actually gets deleted by Volcanicdramon. This deck already has a weakness with Volcanicdramon, so that 5,000 power does matter a lot. But this power increase is nice, but once we get the green starter decks, I might just replace them with the one evolved blocker, because at least there's a little bit more value in having a blocker. But I might not play all 4. I might do a split. Maybe cut 1 of these and 2 of these, play 3 Kabuterimon blockers, and stick with these guys. Of course, if I choose to play Ceres Green in that format, really. But just 12 level 4s in this game, in this deck. I feel like that's enough. I was really playing with like 16 rookies, 13 level 4s, 10 level 5. I'm not doing that anymore. I really wanted to make space for flower cannons. I'm really glad I did. Those flower cannons put in a lot of work. As far as our level 5s go, like I mentioned earlier, we do play our blockers in our level 5. It also gives me a hard drop if I need to. It's a very bad hard drop because it's 8 to play, but it's 2 costs to evolve, which makes it super cheap. And I've definitely had games where I really did not open anything good, so I just hard drop Cherrymon, and just having a blocker that's a level 5 that can immediately become a level 6 has its uses. I was able to evolve this directly into a Bancho Stingmon when my opponent had played all the way up into a... it was actually crazy. I played this card down. My opponent evolved all the way up into a Imperialdramon, right? They gave me enough memory to go... what was it? Flower Cannon into Bancho Sting into attack into Tech 3 security. It's kind of nutty. So I like this card. It comes in handy. It's just a blocker. It's really the biggest reason to use it. And of course, we do play our download guys. Obviously, this one lets you summon level 3 Digimon suspended from your hand. It's really, really good. I don't play a bajillion level 3s in this deck, so it doesn't come into play that much. But you guys saw that it did come into play sometimes, making our board have like 10 Digimon on them at some point. Like, it's amazing how wide my board gets playing this deck. But yeah, level 5s, there's not really much to explain there. In fact, this is just a Ceresmon deck. There's not really much to explain in general. Like, everyone's seen this deck by now. But I'm just trying to explain to you why I play my numbers. Of course, we are playing for Ceresmon, busted card. We all know what it does. Rest of your opponent's Digimon. 5 to evolve, which does sometimes happen if my opponent does hard play something like Puppamon. We do just hard play it to evolve. But usually, you download it. You download one of your own Digimon to evolve for 2, which is really, really cheap. Once again, this is why I don't think the memory gaining cards are super important in green. They are nice here and there, but I don't feel like they're super necessary because you can do so much with so little memory. You might as well, instead of playing all those memory gaining Digimon, play Mimis, play Argomon level 2, stuff like that. That will gain you enough memory to work with your turn, right? We are playing 2 Gargomon, like I mentioned earlier, or Megagargomon, I should say. This card's kind of nutty, and I really undervalue how good this card is. If I were to build another green deck in the future, I'd be playing, this is a little bit of a spoiler for you guys, maybe something you guys can try before I do, but 4 Megagargomon, 4 level 2 Argomon, probably 4 Mimi, and just have that extra memory gain so that you can go into this Mega Argomon, check that security attack +1, and then because you're playing Mega Gargomon, you're also stunning your opponent's Digimon all the time. This combined with maybe don't even play Bancho. I'm playing Bancho Stingmon personally. But maybe just like don't even play Bancho Stingmon. Like just rest your opponent's Omnimons before they become Omnimon. And then like you kind of do the same thing if you're going to be winning soon afterwards, right? I'm still playing this card because it helps against all level 6s for the most part, and most important, it helps with Omnimon. But yeah, I really think this card has a lot of value. I really did not think it was as valuable as I thought it was, but I really want to try playing a deck with 4 of these in the future. And that's going to be it for the Megas, though. We all know what Bancho Stingmon does. If they have 12k power, you can beat over them and check 2 extra security, because it got security attack +1 with piercing as well. And then, of course, for my option cards, we're playing 2 Flower Cannon, 1 HPD, and 3 Mimis. Mimi is just broken. Like I said earlier, early Mimi is busted Mimi. Like, being able to spread your Digimon that wide is kind of insane. Honestly, it makes me want to play 4 Mimis maybe one day. But for the time being, 3 is good. But that's going to be the deck profile, guys. Thank you guys all for watching this video. You know, I'm just kind of taking suggestions about decks that you guys want to see me play in the future. I'm thinking about playing Rookie Rush with a bunch of friends. I think we decided that the whole store wants to play Rookie Rush one day. all at the same time to see what happens. But in the chat, let me know what in the comments. Just say in the comments, let me know what decks you want to see me play in locals. Really, anything will work. I have enough cards to build most things, except for promo stuff. That's why we go to these leagues to get those promos. Speaking of which, we did win, so we're gonna actually show you guys an opening. Yeah. And anyways, if you guys like the video, you guys know the drill. Like, subscribe, share, all that good jazz. Let's go ahead and go into opening, and we'll end the video from there. All right, gang. 6-0 undefeated once again. Let's see what we pull. Finally got this. My first time. I'm excited. All right, let's do this. Go for Digimon, please. I don't even want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. I'm gonna open it upside down. I hate opening these packs with a burning passion. Oh boy. Don't want to damage anything. Alrighty. I don't want to look at it. I really hope it's Digimon. Let's get it out of the way. Come on. Oh, Demi. Okay, I don't have this yet, so I'm down as well. Alright, let's get Angelomon.
You got a flip and rip.
I got no. Not today. Let's save money. Let's save money in our pockets.
Do it for the viewers. Do it for the
Please,
subscribers.
please, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh dang! This is the one I already have too. Out of all of them, this is the only one I have.
Roll?
Oh boy. Huh?
Roll?
Want to roll?
I also pulled a Megagargomon today.
Oh nice. Oh boy.
I guess not.